banana. Banana green apple red apple trophy. Donald Trump committed high treason on January 6, 2021. The courts have had over 3 years to do what they were supposed to do, but there has still been no concrete action taken. He has not been convicted and is still walking free. So Donald Trump has a chance to casually sit in the White House soon. A criminal will soon occupy the White House. And that cannot be prevented by the courts because they are not doing what they should be doing. It cannot be prevented by the GOP either, as they are not doing what they should be doing. And it cannot be prevented by the Supreme Court, as they are not doing what they should be doing. Therefore, I propose that the following scenario unfolds soon. Imagine it's early November 2024 and the election results are about to be announced. People are waiting for the results, but they are not yet known. At that moment, the question arises: what should you have accomplished up until now? The mistake that we must avoid at this point is assuming that the current incumbent president will win the upcoming elections. Therefore, it might be prudent to consider the possibility of holding both Donald Trump and the incumbent president accountable by sending them to jail if Donald Trump were to emerge as the victor. This incarceration should commence immediately after the announcement of the election results, starting from day one, rather than waiting until January 20, 2025. Both individuals, the current incumbent president and Donald Trump, should be held accountable for their actions. Donald Trump is perceived as a dangerous dictator, while the other individual, Joe Biden, is widely regarded as one of the best presidents the United States has ever had. However, it is important to acknowledge that Joe Biden also had some shortcomings during his time in office for which he should face consequences. Perhaps a sentence of a day or a maximum of 3 months would be appropriate in his case. In contrast, Donald Trump's actions warrant a life sentence. In order to address the current gap or problem arising from the contested election results, it is imperative to appoint a provisional leader, whether by the military or another governing body, such as the current incumbent president or an alternative candidate. It is crucial to recognize that neither the incumbent president nor Donald Trump has the right to remain in the White House, as neither of them won the elections. Therefore, the appointment of a temporary leader becomes necessary, someone who can bridge the divide and restore stability by making the right decisions while upholding democratic principles. At this critical juncture, it is paramount to find a leader who will not exploit the situation for personal gain. This individual must be capable of appeasing both the left and the right, possessing the qualities of renowned leaders like Napoleon, de Gaulle, Winston Churchill, Margaret Thatcher, and Mother Teresa. While acknowledging their imperfections, it is important to focus on their positive leadership attributes. If there is a person in the United States who meets these criteria, they would be the ideal candidate. It is also preferable that this person is neither too young nor too old, although exceptions can be made. The ideal scenario would be someone who remains physically fit and capable of running 5 kilometers daily, although such an individual may be rare. Ultimately, it is the idea and spirit that matter most. A prioritized list of potential successors as a temporary leader, who would not overstay their term, should already be prepared. This period could be up to 4 years or a similar timeframe of 2 years, after which new presidential elections should be held. However, it is important to note that this process may take time, as there are other pressing issues to address, such as the Supreme Court and the GOP. These matters must be resolved before new elections can be conducted after the November 2024 elections. While the timeframe mentioned above suggests 2 or 4 years, it may take up to 6 years or even until around 2030 to fully restore order. Ultimately, for those uncertain about what to do in early November 2024, the message is clear: vote for the Democratic Party to prevent Donald Trump from returning to the White House. It is crucial that a sufficient number of people make this choice. By doing so, we can avoid the need for the aforementioned measures and save the situation as a whole. However, it is essential that everyone remains prepared, particularly the current incumbent president. Trophy red apple green apple banana.